No. It's been a while since I've been on a motorbike, but today is kind of less wind or no wind, and it's quite warm as well, mild. I just thought I'd come out and capture some autumn leaves. Believe it or not, we're back into spooky time. The Halloween time is coming, and little man is very excited, of course. I think the exciting part for him is the sweets. I just realised my helmet has got a lot of flies and... Okay, that was a nice spin this morning. I've decided to do a little bit different this video. On Facebook for the past week, I have seen these notifications about Chernobyl. So I decided to look into it more. I want to sort of quiz more about exactly why, when and how. I sent some of the questions to this person, which I will share with you right now. I hope you enjoy it and let me know in the comment section as always. Thanks a million. I think I need to change. Okay. No, that's better. Back in 2017, there was a drone show in Dublin, and that's where we met Stephen, and he was explaining and telling us all about the magazine he was working, the Drone User magazine. Most asked question is on the social media is, how safe or how do you transport your drone? So obviously, number one, you need to ask your airline. Not at all. Hand luggage every time. All LiPo batteries in LiPo fire bags. That's important to know. Terminal covers on them and drained to a 30%. So, I also carry my PFCO and insurance in my bag so they can see that I'm serious drone user. PFCO. What is PFCO? I have to Google that. Permission for commercial operation. It is the legal document you need to operate a drone. Are you that? Commercially in the UK airspace. So why did he pick Chernobyl? It was different and had not been done too many times. I think it was important that it is accurately recorded before it gets destroyed by the tour guided. You cannot go on your own. You have to have a special guide with you.
It's cooling tower number 5 that belonged to reactor number 5, and it was never finished. because obviously Reactor 4 was the one that blew up. So,
is it safe? Yes, but you need to be careful. Don't touch anything. Don't stand too near to high radiation for long periods of time. He also climbed a 16-story high building. So I'm gonna ask, what was the first views of the disaster place and how did it feel like being on top of all that? Well, at my age, I was very pleased to survive all those steps.
and there's the Reactor in the distance. And although it's exciting, this urban exploring, you have to remember that it's a little bit sombre as well. Up until 1986, 50,000 people lived here. These were their homes, and they abandoned it with just a couple of hours notice, expecting to come back, and they never did return.
We were not, for the firefighters, given their lives, we would all be dead. Many of those who were sent from surrounding countries, because I remember I was only a child when this all happened. Some of my mother's work colleagues went help volunteered to go and help to tidy up all the debris from the explosion. And the saddest thing is that no one was warned. These are the steps that you should take when you get affected. Those people, when they did come back, they had aged about 10 years. And they were not able to work because their just body had weakened. And then he also found it was like a playground and with the huge wheel, and he said that was cool. It became a symbol of Chernobyl. So they had gauger counters with them all the time. And each day when leaving the zone, you pass through a counter to check your radiation levels. People would spend one day in that zone. They spent 4 days. Russian radar system is still standing tall. The school with children's books, a journal that looked there like some students' marks, and the highest mark would have been 5 back in those communist times. He was a very good student. Also, you need a permit to fly in that restricted zone. On the 4th of November, a drone user magazine is coming out, and it is available online too. So check for the full sort of story and coverage of this, check that online. I think it's an amazing story, and I'm very brave thing to do to go there. And I did not know that Ryanair takes a flight from Stansted Airport to Kiev. Great. Should I go? Oh, Jack's too small, so when he gets older, if he has any sort of interest in it, then might go it. If I'm not an old woman. Okay, how close did you get to actual reactor that exploded? And they were within 200 feet of the reactor, so closed up in a large case. In most areas, it was just the background levels of radiation similar to that on a long-haul flight. And did at any stage come across his mind to think, oh, I am exposed too much to radiation? The highest were a few objects, such as the claw that was used on the roofing during the fire.
That was used on the reactor when it exploded. So as you can see, it's radioactive, so we don't go in there.
"5 minutes max standing near it." Magnesium, I think. Magnesium. And it's expired July 2013. Is there any sort of wildlife at all? No birds, no wild dogs. It's very quiet a lot. No cats, as the dogs ate them all. Okay, look what I found. Sigda gatov means always ready, like. So we had to kind of wear these badges there. If you did well in school, so then you just sort of wore that here. I was quite proud wearing this. Thanks a million. God bless. Slán.